The issue on everyone's mind right now is the renewed national debate following recent comments by Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, where he once again defended the idea of dialogue with armed groups in the northern part of Nigeria, while the entire country watches closely to see how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will respond. This matter has quickly moved from a simple statement to a serious national discussion touching security, governance, justice, and the future direction of the country. As you listen to this analysis, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel because it helps us continue to bring you clear and responsible news updates. Sheikh Gumi is not new to public attention. Over the years, he has consistently argued that armed violence in parts of the country cannot be solved by force alone. His position has always been that many of the people involved in banditry were pushed into crime by difficult circumstances, and that engaging them through dialogue could help reduce violence and save lives. Each time he shares this opinion, it creates strong reactions across Nigeria. Some people believe he is promoting peace, while others believe he is excusing criminal behavior. This latest statement has reopened those old wounds, and the timing has made it even more sensitive. The reason this conversation feels heavier now is because many Nigerians are exhausted. Insecurity has affected daily life for years. People worry about traveling, farming, sending children to school, and even sleeping at night in some communities. So when dialogue is mentioned, many citizens feel emotional. And they ask whether talking is the same as rewarding wrongdoing. They ask where justice stands for victims who have lost loved ones, homes, and livelihoods. These questions are not asked out of anger alone, but out of real pain and lived experience. If you are following this discussion closely, please like the video and subscribe because your support matters. At the same time, supporters of dialogue argue that endless military operations have not completely ended the violence. They believe that without addressing root causes such as poverty, local conflicts, and lack of opportunity, the problem will continue in different forms. They point to examples where negotiations helped release captives or reduce attacks, even if only temporarily. From this perspective, dialogue is seen not as weakness, but as a tool. However, the fear many Nigerians have is that if dialogue is not handled carefully, it could encourage more groups to pick up arms just to gain attention or benefits. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now finds himself at the center of this national focus. Since taking office, his administration has emphasized restoring security and strengthening institutions. So far, there has been no clear public endorsement of Sheikh Gumi's approach, but there has also been no outright rejection. This silence has led many people to analyze every move, every speech, and every security decision coming from the presidency. Nigerians want clarity. They want to know whether the government believes dialogue has a place or whether force will remain the main strategy. As you continue watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you stay updated on how this story develops. What makes this situation complex is that security decisions are rarely simple. A government must think about immediate safety, long-term peace, public confidence, and international perception all at once. A single wrong step can lead to serious consequences. If dialogue works, people will praise the leadership for choosing wisdom. If it fails, critics will say criminals were given room to regroup. President Tinubu is clearly aware of this balance, and that is why many believe he is observing carefully before making any strong public move. Another important part of this discussion is the role of public voices like Sheikh Gumi. In a democratic society, people are free to express opinions, especially on national issues. However, when those opinions touch sensitive topics like security, they naturally attract intense scrutiny. Some Nigerians believe that influential figures should be more careful with their words because statements can affect public morale and trust. Others argue that silencing such voices would prevent honest debate. This tension between free expression and national sensitivity is also part of the story unfolding before us. Please like this video and subscribe if you appreciate balanced explanations like this. As the debate continues, one thing is clear. Nigerians want results. They want to feel safe. They want leaders who understand their fears and frustrations.
Whether through dialogue, security operations, or a combination of both, the public expectation is peace and stability. This is why the current moment feels so important. It is not just about one cleric's comment or one president's response. It is about the direction Nigeria chooses in addressing one of its most painful challenges. Social discussions, radio programs, and online platforms are filled with opinions on this issue. Some people speak from personal loss, others speak from analysis and theory. Both perspectives matter. A nation heals not only through policy, but through honest conversation. However, that conversation must remain respectful and focused on solutions. As we continue to follow this story, remember to like this video and subscribe, because we will keep breaking it down in clear and simple English for everyone to understand. At this point, the country is watching closely. Every decision, every statement, and every action will shape public's opinion. Now, whether the government chooses firm enforcement, quiet engagement, or a mixed approach, it must communicate clearly with the people. Transparency builds trust, and trust is essential in times like this. Nigerians are not asking for perfection, but they are asking to be heard and protected.